Good afternoon and welcome to Vermillion Post 1 Legion Baseball, brought to you by Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. This is sponsored by First Dakota National Bank, and our scoreboard sponsor is Midwest Ready Mix. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, bringing you this action from Lennox, South Dakota, as Lennox Post 174 is hosting Vermillion Post 1 in some Legion Baseball. We have starting lineups that we'll be bringing to you, as well as a look at the Region 3B 3B tournament. And so glad that we can be here. A big week coming up of baseball. Today in Lennox, on Wednesday, home against Dakota Valley, and then on Friday up in Colton against Colton Baltic. Then on Sunday, Sunday I believe is against T, and then Monday, well, let's take a look. I had it here, but we will be bringing you all of that action. Let me double check. I was getting my days confused there. Yes, T, and then West Central on Monday, and then Scotland Menno on Wednesday, and then Lennox in Vermillion on Friday. So a lot of baseball coming up for Post 1. Hopefully the weather will hold out, and hopefully the weather will stay good, and we will be able to get all of these in. That will be nice for a change for this season. We've been a little sporadic. But again, let's take a look at that Region 3B tournament that will be coming up. So July 24th, beginning on July 24th with T versus Lennox. Lennox will be the home game. The winner of that game will take on Vermillion on July 24th at 7 o'clock. In the other game on July 24th at 4 o'clock will be EPJ versus Dakota Valley. And the winner of that game 3 between Vermillion and the Lennox T winner will play at 4 o'clock on July 25th. The loser of that game will play at 7 o'clock on July 25th, and the loser of that game will be the home team. And so there will be a whole series of games, but that will culminate in a game on July 27th for the championship. So starting on the 24th, with action on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. So that is all here in Lennox, so we will bring you that action. At least that is our plan, and hopefully we have a setup like this again. One flaw is that, we can only get so much of the field in at one time. So I'll try to keep the camera moving. As a one-man operation, a little bit tougher. So maybe for districts, I will see if I can recruit somebody, maybe Tristan Nelson or something like that can help me out. But we will be bringing you as much Post 1 action as we can. We are the home of Vermillion Athletics, home and road Vermillion Athletics. We don't just do home games. We travel. Boys basketball last year, Jen and I went to Groton. That's where you could catch Vermillion Tanager basketball online at Vermillion Streaming. There have been rumors out there that, they're not doing it anymore. That's by a salesperson from a competitor who says, yeah, Vermillion Streaming's not doing it anymore. No, we are. We are, and a lot of people have found us. But it's a sales technique, so don't be fooled by that. We're also the ones who don't criticize our own athletes. So just thought I'd bring that up. All right, we are going to go to break, and then we'll be back with our starting lineups here as Vermillion Post 1 takes on Lennox Post 174 here in American Legion Baseball action, set to start in about 12 minutes. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
And welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Tanager Athletics and Vermillion Athletics, as we get ready to bring you Vermillion Post 1 Baseball. Let's start off with the starting lineups for Lennox. Playing left field, batting first, number 15, Ethan Larson. Now, Ethan Larson, batting .273 on the season with a .359 on base percentage and a .662 OPS. Batting second, playing right field, number 25, Jackson Bittner. Now, Bittner on the season, I have that here, just a second. Well, he's actually not listed here. I'm sorry, in the stats that I received. I apologize. And then Dane Moeller, batting third, playing second base. Moeller is had 22 at-bats, batting .136 with a .208 on base percentage and a .345 OPS. Designated hitter, Talon Ike, number 27, is batting fourth. Ike on the season in 28 at-bats, batting .357, .455 on base percentage and a .1097 OPS. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Jackson Anaker. Anaker's batting .333 on the season with a .333 on base percentage and a .667 OPS. Batting sixth and pitching, number 39, Connor Ike. He's batting .200 with a .344 on base percentage and a .544 OPS. Batting seventh and playing first base, Emery Leffers, number 36. Leffers batting .286 with a .375 on base percentage and a .661 OPS. Batting eighth and playing third base, Sawyer Bowers. Bowers on the season, also doesn't appear in here. Sorry about that. And then batting ninth and playing center field, number 6, Ashton Bach. Bach is batting .150 with a .320 on base percentage and a .570 OPS. And catching is Mason Reich. Reichel will not be batting. He is batting .167, though, .333, .667. Pitching on the night for Lennox will be Connor Ike. On the season, Ike has an ERA of 2.91 with a 1.50 whip. And 19 strikeouts. He's only hit one batter, so a nice rounded game for Mason Reich. So I want to thank their coach for sending me those stats. And so that is your starting lineup for Lennox. They are, of course, the home team, so they'll be batting in the bottom half of the inning. For Vermillion, and I want to thank Coach Heisinger for sending me stats for the starting lineup. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 1, Connor Peterson. He's batting .359 with a .422 on base percentage and an .832 OPS. Mikey Robe batting second, playing center field. Robe On the season, batting .243 with a .349 on-base percentage, .619 OPS. Tate Haig batting third and catching. Haig on the season, batting .114 with a .311 on-base percentage and a .425 OPS. Trey Hansen batting fourth and playing second base. Hansen, wearing the number 2, is batting .300 with a .323 on-base percentage, .689 OPS. Jack Moskowitz, pitcher, and batting fifth. Moskowitz batting .235, .333 on-base percentage, .569 OPS. Carter Hansen batting sixth and playing third base. On the season, Hansen batting .182, .379 on-base percentage, .607 OPS. Connor Rohrig playing first, number 24. Connor is batting seventh. And Rohrig on the season, batting .150 with a .261 and a .411. Followed by Carson Preister in right field. Preister on the season is batting .190 with a .414 on-base percentage, .604 OPS. And finally, batting ninth, playing left field, Hayden Christofferson. Christofferson on the season, .258, .343, and .601. All right. And pitching for Vermillion will be Jack Moskowitz. And I have the pitching stats. I just did not print those off. Dang it. We'll see if I can find them in the email here. I apologize. But Jack Moskowitz will be starting. So when we come back, we'll hopefully have Moskowitz's stats. But let's take a quick break here on Vermillion Streaming. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball as they get ready to take on Lennox Post 174 here from Lennox Baseball Park. A beautiful, beautiful field. I have never been here before. So glad to get the opportunity. And I want to thank the coaching staff for Lennox. So we'll be right back after these messages. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball as they take on Lennox Post 174. They just finished announcing the starting lineups. We'll get started with the national anthem. I always love the playing of the national anthem, and I want to always thank my military members of my family, including my daughter, Leela, who currently serves in the National Guard for South Dakota as a mechanic. I think the only female mechanic in South Dakota National Guard. My dad, who served in the Army during the Vietnam era. My uncle, who served in the Army during the Korean War era. My uncle George, my late Uncle George Dyson, who served in the U.S. Air Force. And my Uncle Dick Harvey, who served in the U.S. Navy on the USS Ranger. And so many other veterans. I also, lately, I've been thinking about it more. I saw some pictures from our class reunion a number of years ago. Chris Keeler. I want to remember Chris Keeler. One of my best friends. He was in my wedding. Graduated together and, no longer with us. Came back and, ended up having some health problems. Whether it was related or not, you never know. But gone too soon, and I still miss him. And want to remember him. So we're getting ready to start here. Just a second. All right, leading off is Connor Peterson. Like I said, not the best angle, doing what I can here. And the first pitch to Connor Peterson is a strike. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, you'll see that up there in the corner. So the count is 0-1. And now quickly 1-1. Peterson, if you haven't had a chance to, we did have a chance to interview him. That interview is up on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Here's the windup and the delivery from Ike. That is fouled off. Moves the count to 1-2. So one ball, 2 strikes on Connor Peterson. As Connor Ike sets. Here's the wind and the delivery. That is high. Evens the count at 2-2. That ball is lifted out into center field, and that will be the first hit of the game. That will be a single for Connor Peterson. So one batter up, 1 hit for Vermillion. It's the way you want to start a game. And Peterson has some nice speed out there. So that brings up Mikey Robe. Ike looks over to first, comes set in the stretch. Winds and delivers. That ball is low for ball 1, 1-0. On deck is catcher Tate Haig. That ball is grounded over to short, and that is at second for the first. They do not get the double play, so on a fielder's choice, Mikey Robe will be available, but now 1 down in the top half of the first inning. So that brings up catcher Tate Haig. Ike working from the stretch, throws over to first. Robe back in time. And I apologize, I don't have a camera person here, so I'm going to mainly keep it on home plate. But I'll try to tell you exactly what's happening over there at first. Because I can get every other base in there. That ball is lifted high, but that's going to be foul and out of play. Count is 1-1. One ball, one strike, one out, one on here in the top half of the first inning. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. Your home for Vermillion Athletics. And here's a throw over to first, but that throw from first over to the short is high. So Robe will be at second with a stolen base. Unless they're going to call that an error. We'll see. Doesn't look like they're calling it an error. So still one ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 0-2. That pitch is out of the zone. Moves the count to 1-2. Robe goes back to second. So one ball, two strikes, runner on second. Robe advances. All right, he did not swing. They will call that ball one. Ball two, 2-2. Pretty sure it's 2-2. I don't quite have the angle to see how the umpire, what the umpire said there, but here's Ike with the delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So Haig goes down swinging. That is the second out of the inning. And that will bring up second baseman Trey Hansen. On deck, pitcher Jack Moskowitz. So here's the first pitch to Trey Hansen. And that pitch is low, 1-0. Here's Ike, looks Rowe back at second, comes home. That ball is grounded up the middle, fielded it short. Throw over to first is in time for the third out of the inning. Hansen is out 6-3 in the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors. Nope, they did count one error. Okay, no runs, one hit, one error, one runner left on base. At the end of half an inning, it is Vermillion nothing, Lennox nothing. We'll be back for the bottom half of the first after these messages on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Save means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Ooh. Welcome back to Lennox, South Dakota, where Vermillion Post 1 is playing Lennox Post 174. I'm Michael Schumacher, and this is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. In that first inning, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. Batting this inning for Lennox will be Ethan Larson, Jackson Bittner, and Dane Moeller. First pitch is a strike from Moskowitz to Larson, 0-1. Moskowitz works much quicker than Ike, and you'll just notice the two patterns. So quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Larson. Again, right fielder Jackson Bittner up next. Here's the wind and delivery. That is in the turf, 1-2. And like I said, we will be broadcasting every Post 1 game for the rest of this week. So today, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and Monday. That is fouled back. Count remains 1-2. I'm glad to have gotten here for this. So plan on being here for districts, but I'm hoping to maybe bring an extension and cord and park behind home plate. I think that might work better just for an angle, or bring a camera person with me. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Moskowitz. That is also bounced before home plate. Count goes to 2-2. So again, defensively for Vermillion, it's Moskowitz pitching, Haig catching, Rohrig at first, Hansen at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Count remains 2-2. Connor Peterson at short, Carter Hansen at third, and then Hayden Christofferson, Mikey Robe, and Carson Preister left to right in the outfield. No Nolan Nygren tonight. All right, full count, 3-2 to Ethan Larson. And again, Jack Moskowitz, also someone that we interviewed. If you did not hear that, that is on Vermillion streaming on YouTube as well. Here's the windup and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the first strikeout of the game for Jack Moskowitz. So 1 up, 1 down brings up right fielder Jackson Bittner. On deck, second baseman Dane Moeller. First pitch to Bittner in there for a strike, 0-1. I think that was a little bit foul-tipped, but either way, 0-2. And just a reminder, we do follow Post 1, all of their home games, most of their away games, because we want to offer you complete coverage of Vermillion Athletics. That pitch is lifted high into left field. Shallow left field. Peterson goes out and makes the catch. A beautiful defensive play for Connor Peterson, as that looked like it was going to drop, but Connor Peterson was able to reach it. Didn't look like Hayden Christofferson would be able to reach it coming in. So that is quickly 2 up, 2 down. And that brings up second baseman Dane Moeller for Lennox Post 174. Another right-handed batter for this team. Moskowitz, right-handed pitcher, comes home. That pitch is out of the zone, 1-0. And that is also out of the zone, 2-0. It is a beautiful night for baseball, but I need somebody to remind me to bring bug spray. Holy moly. Now that's in for a strike, 2-1. 2-1 is the count. 2 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. Nothing tie. That is in for a strike. Quickly count is 2-2 now to Moeller. On deck, the extra hitter, Talon Eide. I say Talon. We'll see what the PA guy says. That ball is grounded down the first baseline, but foul. Count remains 2-2. Two pitch. Ooh, just out of the zone. From this angle, it looked good, but I can't see inside, outside. So full count. 3-2, 2 down. Here's the payoff pitch from Moskowitz. That ball is lifted down the first baseline, but that will fall foul as well. So again, a big thank you to the Lennox coaching staff. They got me stats. They made sure I was set up here in the press box. So no, just a beautiful time. Here's the payoff pitch again from Moskowitz. That ball is grounded down the third baseline, fielded by Hansen. Long throw over to first, and that is just in time. That is half a step ahead of Dane Moeller. So, in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of one inning, it's Vermillion 0, Lennox 0. We'll be back with the second inning after this. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball on Vermillion Streaming, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
For the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. It is 0-0. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, as we head into the second inning. Connor Ike pitching to Jack Moskowitz. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Batting this inning for Vermillion will be Jack Moskowitz, the pitcher, third baseman Carter Hansen, and first baseman Connor Rohrig. Here's the delivery from Ike. That is high, 1-1. Vermillion 4-8 on the season, but you wouldn't know. They've been really close in a couple of those. I think they're much better than their record shows. Swing and a miss by Moskowitz makes it 1-2. So I think they are going to be dangerous when it comes to districts here in a couple weeks. And we will again be back up here to bring you that from Lennox. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the second inning. That is Ike's second strikeout of the game. Brings up number 10, third baseman Carter Hansen. On deck, first baseman Connor Rohrig. Pitch just out of the zone, 1-0. That one's in for a strike, 1-1. Strike 2, 1-2. And just remember, if you're a business that gets approached by us for advertising during Vermillion Athletics, you get coverage in all of these games. 1-2 pitch is called strike 3. Carter disagrees, but I don't think the umpire is going to change his mind. So that is the second strikeout of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Ike. And quickly 2 down. That brings up first baseman Connor Rohrig. On deck, right fielder Carson Preister. But yeah, if you get approached for advertising, you get into all these games. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. And again, like I said, despite what some competition tries to tell you, we are still doing Vermillion Athletics. In fact, we're doing more. We'll be adding volleyball this season. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that is 2-0 to Rohrig. Now, Connor graduated this past May from Vermillion, but he's going to USD, and he will be a volunteer student coach for both football and basketball. That's in for a strike, 2-1. And he's already a coach for the, I think, 16 and under and 14 and under for Vermillion baseball. So I asked him if he wanted to do some color commentary, but he said he was going to be busy with the student coaching, which I completely understand. All right, that's ball 3, 3-1. I've had the chance to interview Connor a number of times. I've had a chance to interview a number of these guys a number of times. That's in for a strike, 3-2. And I agree, Zach. I agree. So here's the full count payoff pitch. That ball's grounded slowly to second. Over to first for the third out of the inning. So quickly, 3 up, 3 down here in the top half of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's Vermillion 0, Lennox 0. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second after this. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball as we head into the bottom half of the second inning. Vermillion Post 1 against Lennox Post 174. Batting in the bottom half of the second inning for Lennox will be extra hitter Talon Ike. Yes, it is Talon Ike. I wanted to listen to the PA guy there. Then shortstop Jackson Aniker. That pitch is lifted high down the first baseline. That will be out of play. 0-1. Followed by shortstop Jackson Aniker, and then pitcher Connor Ike set to bat this inning. So quickly 0-1 on Talon Ike. I have a feeling he's probably related to pitcher Connor Ike. Here's Moskowitz's pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Like I said, Moskowitz is a fast worker and a swing and a miss, but it's a dropped third strike. He'll run down to first. There's the throw from Haig to Rohrig. So, 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 strikeout for Moskowitz this inning, his second of the game. And that will bring up shortstop Jackson Aniker. On deck, pitcher Connor Ike. First pitch to Aniker in for a strike. 0-1. Moskowitz working quickly, working well. And when he's on, he is tough to hit. He's not a flamethrower, but he has nice movement and good precision. Now that pitch was out of the zone. 1-1. As Aniker takes his time setting up. Moskowitz ready to go. Swing and a foul off the left foot of Aniker. Makes it 1-2. Man, those always look like those sting. I never fouled him off like that. I made pure contact every time. Bat meatball, hit it deep into the outfield. I probably could have had a major league career, if I pursued it, if I wanted to. But I decided not to. I decided that just wasn't for millions of dollars and adoring fans. Not my thing. All right, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Aniker. Here's the pitch from Moskowitz, and that is high. Evens the count at 2-2. And I certainly hope there's nobody out there that believes I could have had an athletic career. Ooh, that one looked close. Again, from this angle, it's tough to see inside, outside, but boy, height looked good. 3-2. Full count for Moskowitz. Here's the payoff pitch. Nope, time is called. As Aniker steps back in. Really wide stance. Wide stance for Aniker. You can probably see that. That pitch is lifted, and Peterson will catch that for the second out of the inning. That is the second fly ball catch by Peterson. So quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom half of the second. Brings up pitcher Connor Ike. On deck, first baseman Emery. And I think Leffers, Lefers, but we'll see what the PA guy says. Here's the pitch from Moskowitz. Must have been outside, 1-0. That one's not. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, 2 down here in the bottom half of the second. Ball 2, 2-1. Moskowitz winds and delivers. That's in for a strike, evens the count at 2-2. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, but nobody on. Kind of ruins the theme there. Here's the windup and the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is Moskowitz's 3rd strikeout of the game. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 2, it's Vermillion nothing, Lennox nothing. We'll be back with the 3rd inning after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, and as we head into the bottom half of the second inning, actually not the bottom half of the second inning, the top half of the 3rd inning, Vermillion and Lennox are tied at 0. Batting this inning for Vermillion will be Carson Preister, Hayden Christofferson, and Connor Peterson. That pitch is lifted high, foul, and out of play down the first baseline. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Connor Ike. That is laced down, fielded cleanly at 3rd. Throw over to 1st is in time for a 5-3 putout. Nice play at 3rd base by Sawyer Bowers. I thought that was going to get through, but alas, 'twas not to be. 1 up, 1 down here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Brings up the 9th batter for Vermillion in left fielder Hayden Christofferson on deck. The top of the order and shortstop Connor Peterson. Pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. Feels like Ike might have picked up his pace just a little bit. He was very deliberate in that first inning. Feels like he is maybe moving a little bit quicker in between pitches here. Maybe just as he gets warmed up. That pitch was a little bit high, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hayden Christofferson. Here's the pitch from Connor Ike. That is outside, 2-2. Again, Hayden Christofferson at bat, 1 down with Connor Peterson on deck, the top of the order. He has the only hit in this game so far. That is high. It's a full count now to Hayden Christofferson. If there were runners, they'd be running on this, but there aren't, so they won't. Here's the payoff pitch from Connor Ike. Fouled back. Fouled down, actually. But it went back. So count remains 3-2. So here's the payoff pitch again from Ike. That is ball 4. Vermillion has their second base runner, this time in the form of bases on balls. And that brings up Connor Peterson, who has the only hit in the game. So now with a runner on first, Connor Peterson's up with center fielder Mikey Robe on deck. Ike will work from the stretch. Swing and a miss by Peterson, 0-1. Again, Peterson's grandpa gave me a book a couple games ago that Peterson's grandma had written. That throw over to first is not in time. For some reason, I think it looked closer than it actually was. That pitch is in for a strike, so 0-2 now to Connor Peterson. There's a throw over to first, not in time. So count remains 0-2 on Connor Peterson. Mikey Robe on deck. Here's the pitch from Connor Ike. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Christopherson down to second, and he will be in safely with a stolen base. But second out of the inning as Peterson goes down swinging. So now with a runner on second and 2 down. But a runner in scoring position, that brings up center fielder Mikey Robe, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning, so 0-1. Here's the pitch from Ike. That's in for a strike, 0-1. On deck is catcher Tate Haig. That pitch is lifted high down the right field line, but that will be foul and out of play. 0-2. So count is 0-2. As Robe just a little late on that one. Had some good distance to it. So they'll reset here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Hayden Christopherson on second. Ike delivers. That is high. Ball 1, 1-2. We are here in the top half of the third inning with Vermillion and Lennox tied at 0. And that will be outside, evens the count at 2-2. So again, we'll be back in Vermillion on Wednesday. Then we'll be up in Colton, Baltic on Friday. In Vermillion for tea on Sunday, and in Vermillion again for West Central on Monday. That ball is laced into right field, and that will be caught out there. That was caught for the third out of the inning. Wow, beautiful play out in center field. If that had dropped, that would have been a run-scoring play, but a beautiful fielding play out there by Ashton Bach. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. At the end of 2.5, it's Vermillion 0, Lennox 0. We'll be back with the bottom half of the third after these messages on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Eliminate the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball as we head into the bottom half of the third inning. Vermillion and Lennox tied at nothing. Batting this inning, Emery Lafers, Sawyer Bowers, and Ashton Bach. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. That ball is grounded back to Moskowitz. Moskowitz throws it over to first for the first out of the inning. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom half of the third inning. Brings up third baseman, Sawyer Bowers. On deck, center fielder Ashton Bach, who just made that beautiful play out in center field. Now the first pitch to Bowers, in for a strike, 0-1. That's high, 1-1. Ball 2. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. As Sawyer Bowers is batting on deck, Ashton Bach. You're in the bottom half of the third of a scoreless game. Delivery from Moskowitz. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Two pitch is high. Full count, 3-2 to Sawyer Bowers. You know a band I haven't heard from in a while? Sawyer Brown. They used to have some really good music, but you don't hear much of them anymore. Here's the payoff pitch from Moskowitz. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is Moskowitz's 4th strikeout of the game, and that is the 2nd out of the inning. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, center fielder Ashton Bach. Again, Bach with the beautiful play out in center field to end the top half of the third inning. On deck, the top of the order, and left fielder Ethan Larson. Here's Moskowitz's first pitch. That is in for a strike, 0-1. I will admit that it might have been a little high, but I'm not the umpire. All right, now that is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just outside the zone, 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Nobody on here in the bottom half of the third. That is high. Quickly 3-1. So again, Moskowitz working quickly, winds and delivers. That's in for a strike. Full count on Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach. I'll be Bach. Here's the windup and the delivery. And that is ball 4. That is Lennox's first base runner. And it comes in the form of a base on balls. And so now with a runner at first, that brings up the top of the order and left fielder Ethan Larson. Oh no, catcher Mason Reichel. I guess he legitimately is an extra hitter, Talonike. I thought it said designated hitter. So, okay. That pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Moskowitz working from the stretch for the first time. That pitch is high and inside, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down, 1 on here in the bottom half of the third. Vermillion and Lennox tied at nothing. That ball pitch gets past Haig. And Bach will make it down to second on the stolen base. And the count is 2-1 on Mason Reichel. Fouled back, evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner on second base, so base number 2. So we've got 2s galore. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that is Moskowitz's 5th strikeout of the game, 3rd out of the inning, and after 3, it's Vermillion nothing, Lennox nothing. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. So at the end of 3, it's Vermillion nothing, Lennox nothing. We'll be back with more. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, where after 3, Vermillion and Lennox are tied at nothing and nothing. Batting this inning for Vermillion will be Tate Haig, Trey Hansen, and Jack Moskowitz. Haig struck out his first time up, Hansen grounded out to short, and Moskowitz struck out his first time up. They're facing Connor Ike, who's been the pitcher from the beginning for Lennox. Here's the windup and the delivery. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 on Haig. Now Lennox has their pinstriped uniforms with orange lettering, navy blue or blackish sleeves, and that pitch is in for a strike, 0-2. I think they're blacks. No, they're kind of navy bluish. Just depends on the lighting, it looks like. 0-2. That pitch is a ball, 1-2. And that was inside, 2-2. Haig knew it was a ball. He didn't even flinch like he thought it was a strike, so good for him. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the top half of the 4th with Vermillion and Lennox in a scoreless tie. Connor Ike winds and delivers. That's in for a called strike 3. So Ike gets his 5th strikeout of the game. First out of this inning. And that will bring up second baseman, number 2, Trey Hansen. Hansen grounded out to short to end the first inning. Trey Hansen and his brother Carter, 2 of the leaders of the basketball team for Vermillion and the golf team. That pitch is laced foul down the first baseline, 0-1. We'll be hearing more from them as basketball season, well, as golf season and then basketball season roll around. But 2 great baseball players as well. Their mom was part of the Vermillion baseball team that was just inducted into the Hall of Fame. That pitch is low, 1-1. So some really good roots there. Dad was a great athlete as well. So here's the 1-1 pitch, grounded on the third baseline, and that, I believe they might call that an error. It was a hot shot. I'm going to rely on the official score, and yes, they are calling it an error. E5, you know, the rule kind of is if you get a glove on it, you should probably make the stop. Definitely could have had a chance at it if he'd been fielding it cleanly. So Hansen aboard on an error. Brings up pitcher Jack Moskowitz, who struck out his first time up. So now with a runner on first and one down, Eichel pitch to Moskowitz, then Carter Hansen, if they do not double us up here. That pitch is low, 1-0. So Vermillion has had 2 innings where runners got to second. They just need to try to get them a little bit further across, another 180 feet. Ike from the stretch delivers, swing and a miss. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Moskowitz. 1 down, 1 on. Uno's wild, as it might be. So Moskowitz settles in. Ike working from the stretch. And Hansen heads down to second, and he will be out. Out at second, and that was strike 2 on Moskowitz, so no base runners now. Bases are cleared now with 2 down for Moskowitz. Count is 1 and 2 here in the top half of the 4th of a scoreless game. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Ike to Moskowitz. That's in for a called strike 3. So that is his 6th strikeout of the game. In the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on. At the end of 3.5, it's Vermillion nothing, Lennox nothing. We'll be back with the bottom half of the inning after this. It's Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters.
The First Bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. As we head into the bottom half of the 4th inning, it's Lennox 0, Vermillion 0. Batting this inning will be the top of the order for Lennox, Ethan Larson, Jackson Bittner, and Dane Moeller. Larson struck out his first time up. First pitch from Moskowitz, just outside, 1-0. Again, we'll be here for districts. District 3B. That pitch is swung on and missed, 1-1. So we'll cover Vermillion as long as they're here. And heck, you know what? Maybe we'll cover some EPJ or something too. That pitch is in for a strike, 1-2. Again, on deck, right fielder Jackson Bittner. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Moskowitz, and that bounces in front of the plate, 2-2. So again, a beautiful night for baseball up here in Lennox. And that pitch is high. Full count. That's the fourth full count of the night. No. 1, 2, 3. Fifth full count of the night for Moskowitz. Swing, foul tipped, and caught. So that is a strikeout. That is Moskowitz's 6th strikeout of the night. First out of the inning. Brings up Jackson Bittner, the right fielder, who flied out to shortstop to Connor Peterson, who made a beautiful play in shallow left field. Here's the first pitch to Bittner from Moskowitz, and that hits Bittner. So Bittner is aboard after being hit by a pitch. So that will bring up second baseman Dane Moeller. Moeller grounded out to third and a 5-3 put out to end the first. So now with a runner on first and one down, Moeller comes up on deck, extra hitter, Talon Ike. Coach giving Moeller some instructions. There's a throw to first, and it's a pickoff play. The throw from Rohrig to second base is high. Goes out into center, but there's going to be a play at third, and he is going to beat. Oh, they call him safe. Boy, that was close at third. So that will be an error on Vermillion. So now with a runner at third. So now with a runner at third. Here's the pitch to Moeller. That's in for a strike. 0-1. So they did have Bittner dead to rights. Just a high throw from Rohrig. And that ball's laced just past Carter Hansen. That will go into left field. That will score a run. Boy, that throwing error was big. So that will be an RBI single on the first hit of the game for Lennox. So now it is Lennox 1, Vermillion nothing here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up extra hitter Talon Ike, who struck out his first time up. So Moskowitz steps on the rubber. Moeller does not get a huge lead. That pitch is laced into center field. Going back is Mikey Robe, and that will reach the fence, and Robe tracks it down, relays it in, and runners will be at second and third on the double. On the double by Talon Ike. So quickly, just like that, Lennox has a rally going with runners at second and third with 2 consecutive hits, their first 2 hits of the game here in the fourth inning. And that will bring up shortstop Jackson Aniker. Aniker flew out to Connor Peterson in the second. That on-deck pitcher, Connor Ike. First pitch is a strike to Aniker, 0-1. A strikeout here would be nice for Moskowitz. That pitch is in the turf, 1-1. Moskowitz just looking to try to compose himself just a little bit. That hit the helmet of Aniker, so 4 straight batters have reached 2 via hit by pitch, 2 via hit. So now the bases are loaded, and we will be having a meeting on the mound. So we're going to take a quick break with the bases loaded and pitcher Connor Ike coming up. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Now batting for Lennox, pitcher Connor Ike. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Ball 2, 2-0. That's in for a strike, 2-1. On deck, first baseman Emery Lafers, sorry. Man, tons of flies up here. Ball is hit down to Connor Rohrig. Thought he caught it, but there's a force at home and a force at first for a double play. A 3-2-3 double play ends the inning. But in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. At the end of 4, it's Lennox 1, Vermillion nothing. We'll be back after these messages on Vermillion streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank and our Vermillion sportscasters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with the work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Welcome back as we listen to Hey Jude. Vermillion trails Lennox by a score of 1-0. Heading into the top half of the 5th inning. Batting for Vermillion will be Carter Hansen, Connor Rohrig, and Carson Preister. That pitch is laced over to second, over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out in the top half of the 5th inning for Vermillion. Brings up Connor Rohrig, grounded out to second, his first time up. On deck, Carson Preister. That pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. That's in for a strike, 0-2. Ball 1. 1-2. Here. Oh, time is called. The 1-2 count with 2 down, or 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. Right fielder Carson Preister on deck. Ball's grounded over to second. Boy, odd hop, but fielded cleanly there by the second baseman for Lennox, Dane Moeller. And that is another out, 4-3 put out. Second 4-3 put out of the inning. And that brings up right fielder Carson Preister, who grounded out to third in the third. On deck, left fielder Hayden Christofferson. Quickly 2-0. That is ball 1-1-2 to Carson, or 2-1. Sorry, I'm way off. 3-0 to Preister. That pitch is in for a strike. 3-1. That's in for a strike. It's all of a sudden a full count. Full count to Preister with 2 down. Nobody on here in the top half of the 5th inning. That ball's grounded slowly down the third baseline, and an error over there at third will allow Preister to reach. So now, a runner on first on the third error of the game for Lennox. So that'll bring up left fielder Hayden Christofferson with Connor Peterson on deck. Ball 1-0. That's in for a strike. 1-1 to Christofferson. Here's the 1-1 pitch with 2 down and a runner on first. Pitch is laced out into center field, and that's going to drop in for a hit, and that's going to reach the fence. Preister is going to round third. Christofferson is rounding second. He will stop. He will stop at second, but a run will score for Vermillion, tying the game at 1 on the double by Hayden Christofferson. And that is the RBI for Vermillion. And Preister will score. So on their second hit of the game, Vermillion scores their first run. And that brings up the top of the order. And Connor Peterson with Christofferson on second for Connor. All right, outside, ball 1-0. Ike comes set. Ooh, inside, 2-0. Oh, nope, they are going to say it hit him. Okay. Looks like there was some confusion there, but I thought they had decided it didn't. So, now, with 2 down, we now have 2 runners on. Runner on first and second for center fielder Mikey Robe. First pitch to Robe. In for a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So with 2 on, Vermillion has tied it, but boy, they would love to get that next runner across. That pitch is outside. Moves the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 down. Ike looks back, comes set. Ball 2, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Laced into right center field. And that will be caught for the 3rd out of the inning. But Vermillion does score a run with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error. 2 runners left on base. At the end of 4 1/2, it's Vermillion 1, Lennox 1. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 5th inning after these messages on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Pied Piper, the sign says it all. Flowers and gifts. The store is bustling with something new all the time. There are flowers for any occasion, weddings, anniversary, birthday, or just to say I love you. There's coffee, soups, dips, and sweets. Need to give someone a chuckle? The socks say it all. Home decor, candles, jewelry, memorial items are all found at your gift store of Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. You can also shop online, and best of all, we deliver too.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Lennox, South Dakota. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, as we are bringing you Vermillion Post 1 and Lennox Post 174 as we head into the bottom half of the 5th inning. Vermillion and Lennox now tied at 1. So batting this inning against Moskowitz for Lennox will be Emery Lafers, Sawyer Bowers, and Ashton Bach. First pitch to Lafers is a strike, 0-1. Ball 1, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. Time is called. Again, a nice play by Connor Rohrig ended the last inning for Lennox. That ball's gone down the third baseline, but foul. Moves the count to 2-2. Rohrig fielded a hot grounder, and with the bases loaded, went home, got the force out there, and then Haig returned the throw to first to get the double play. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the 7th strikeout for Moskowitz, first out of this inning. And that brings up third baseman Sawyer Bowers. First pitch is a ball to Bowers, 1-0. Ashton Bach, center fielder, on deck. Swing and a miss, 1-1. That is fouled back, out of play, moves the count to 1-2. Oh, that was just a little outside. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, nobody on. Vermillion with the white pants, navy blue jerseys, and red letters and numbers with white trim. And that is ball 3. 3-2. Full count again for Moskowitz. He's had a few of those tonight. That will be his 6th, and that's a swing and a miss. His 8th strikeout of the game brings up center fielder Ashton Bach. Bach walked in the 3rd inning and had a stolen base. On deck, catcher Mason Reichel. That first pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Ooh, 1-1. Ball 2, 2-1. That ball's in for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with Vermillion and Lennox tied at 1. Here's the pitch from Moskowitz. Low and outside, another full count. Swing and a miss. That is a snapper, mow him down inning. A good old-fashioned snapper, mow him down inning. 3 up, 3 down, all by strikeout. Strikes out the side, does Moskowitz. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of 5, it's Vermillion 1, Lennox 1. We'll be back with the 6th inning after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, it is Vermillion 1, Lennox 1. We want to thank Midwest Ready Mix for being a sponsor of the scoreboard and being a Vermillion sportscaster. We hope they continue as we provide the best all-around coverage of Vermillion athletics. That pitch laced back to the pitcher. Ike tosses it over to first for a 1-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down with Tate Haig grounding back to the pitcher. That will bring up second baseman Trey Hansen. On deck, pitcher Jack Moskowitz. Hansen grounded out to short in the 1st and reached on an error in the 4th. That pitch is ball 1, 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. And that ball is fouled off, moves the count to 1-2. Ike has gone the distance, just like Moskowitz. Both pitchers pitching well, allowing a couple of base runners, but nothing major. 1 run each. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Hansen goes down as the second out of the inning. That is Ike's 7th strikeout of the game. That will bring up Jack Moskowitz. Winds and delivers. That's in for a strike, 0-1. Ball low and in the dirt, 1-1. That ball is hit into left field. That will drop for a hit. That is the third hit of the game, and that is Moskowitz's first, as he had struck out the previous 2 times up. So Vermillion's third hit leads to a runner at first for Carter Hansen. Hansen is struck out in the second and grounded out to second in the fifth. On deck, first baseman Connor Rohrig. First pitch to Carter. In the dirt, Moskowitz will head down to second. Count is 1-0 now with a runner in scoring position. So time is being called as Moskowitz gets rid of a shin guard. So now runner at second in Moskowitz. Carter Hansen ahead in the count, 1-0. But 2 down. Looks like they are going to courtesy run for Moskowitz. Looks like that will be Jacob Larson, who is courtesy running. That pitch is in for a strike, 1-1 on Hansen. Ike was going to throw to second and not in time. Count remains 1-1. One pitch in for a strike on Hansen, 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, a runner on second and 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning. Vermillion and Lennox tied on that Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher in Lennox, South Dakota. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That pitch is lifted high down the first baseline, and that will be foul. Count remains 1-2. Like I said, when I come back for districts, I'm going to see if I can park behind home plate. Just use an extension cord into my table to get out there. Now that I've been here once, I can understand the logistics a little bit better. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on second. Here's the pitch from Ike. That is high. Evens the count at 2-2. 2s everywhere, 2 balls. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on base number 2. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. Connor Ike on the mound. Carter Hansen at bat. Jacob Larson on second as a courtesy runner for Moskowitz. Ike comes home. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Two. That ball's grounded down the third baseline. It's going to have to be charged. Catches. Here's the throw to first. It gets past the first baseman. And Larson will score. And here's the thing. I believe it's a hit. I believe there's an error on the throw. And that will make it 2-1 in favor of Vermillion. I think Hansen had it beat. It was a hard charge. And so that makes it 2-1 in favor of Vermillion. With Vermillion's 4th hit, an error allows the run to score, and then Connor Rohrig is now up to bat with Carter Hansen on first. First pitch to Rohrig is a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to Connor Rohrig. Carter Hansen on first. Vermillion has scored a run in this inning. Now has a 2-1 lead, their first lead of the game. That is ball 2, 2-0. Remember there was a stretch, a doubleheader. I can't remember who they were playing, but Connor Rohrig had 6 straight base on balls. So he can work a count. This kid has got a good eye. That's why he's going to make a good coach. So here's the 2-0 pitch. Time is called by Rohrig as Ike was taking his time. That pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Connor Rohrig. Connor has grounded out to second 2 times today. He'd like to stop that, maybe get it past the second baseman for a hit. Oh, I didn't say hit him, but Rohrig is a tough kid. He'll take it whenever he can get it. So Rohrig is hit by the pitch, and he'll take first. And now runners at first and second for Carson Preister, who reached on an error his last time up. On deck, left fielder Hayden Christofferson. So Vermillion's done all of this damage with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Preister, 0-1. Ike comes set. Hansen gets his lead off a second. Ooh, in for strike 2. 0-2 quickly on Preister. Lennox looking to get out of this with only giving up the 1 run. Ike on the rubber, comes set. Looks back at second, comes home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is the 8th strikeout of the game for Connor Ike. But in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. At the end of 5.5, it's Vermillion 2, Lennox 1. We'll be back after these messages on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Lennox, South Dakota. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion now leads 2-1. That's their first lead of the game as we head into the bottom half of the 6th. Batting for Lennox will be catcher Mason Reichel, Ethan Larson, and Jackson Bittner. That's who's scheduled. All facing Jack Moskowitz. First pitch to Reichel is a ball, 1-0. That's in for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Moskowitz delivers. Ooh, just outside, 2-1. Three and 1. So I got to avoid stopping anywhere on my way home. I have my assessment on Wednesday, so I've been trying to watch it today. So here we go. That ball's laced out into center field, and that will be a single for Reichel. So Reichel with a single. That'll bring up the top of the order in left fielder Ethan Larson. That is the 3rd hit of the game. And we do have a courtesy runner for Lennox in the form of Dane Winterboer. Dane Winterboer. First pitch to Larson is a ball, 1-0. So again, runner on first, ball 1, 1-0. Moskowitz working from the stretch. That ball is laced into right center field, and that will drop. Robe will catch it, so runners will just advance base to base. So now runners at first and second. The first 2 hits in a while for Lennox. As they're going to call time, there'll be a meeting on the mound. So we're going to take a quick break from our Vermillion sportscasters as Vermillion leads 2-1. With Lennox having runners on first and second and nobody out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. This is Post 1 Baseball. Brought to you by First Dakota, National Bank on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
There was a bunt to Jackson Bittner. Everybody is safe on a fielder's choice as the runner just beat the throw to third. So now bases are loaded for second baseman Dane Moeller. Ball's fouled off, 0-1. So all of the infield is in for Vermillion. Pitch is lifted high, foul down the first base line, and Rory will not be able to get to it. That is just out of play, but the count is now 0-2. A strikeout would be huge for Vermillion right here. And that is a called strike 3. Like I said, huge strikeout for Moskowitz. So that is the first out of the inning. That is Moskowitz's 10th strikeout of the game. That pitch is lifted high into shallow center field. Runner's going to tag. Robe makes the catch. Here's going to be the throw home, and it's going to be close. Oh, and Haig is not able to corral the ball, or he would have been out. Oh, such a close play. So we are now tied at 2. So Ike, with a sacrifice, scores the courtesy runner. So runners are now at second and third with 2 down. Score is 2-2. 2-2 with 2 down, 2 on. Batting is Jackson Aniker. That first pitch is a ball, 1-0. Ball 2-0. Haig had to try to make such a quick tag. He didn't quite corral the ball first. Otherwise, he would have had that runner out at home. That pitch is in for a strike. 2-1. Ooh, strike 2, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Lennox and Vermillion tied at 2. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Count remains 2-2. So I could say it all again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out, tied at 2. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Lennox versus Vermillion at Lennox Baseball Field in Lennox, South Dakota. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That is in for a called strike 3. Moskowitz's 11th strikeout of the game comes at a great time. So in the bottom of the 6th, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. At the end of 6, it's Vermillion 2, Lennox 2. We'll be back with more after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com, about us/careers. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, here on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. On that Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, we're tied at 2 here in the top half of the 7th. Batting this inning for Vermillion, Hayden Christofferson, Connor Peterson, and Mikey Robe. Emery Lafers is now pitching for Lennox. Cole Spieler has taken over at first. First pitch to Christofferson. Swung on and missed. Strike one. 0-1. Lafers is a left-handed pitcher. Winds and delivers. Ball one. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Lafers, pretty deliberate, winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2. So 6 innings pitched for Connor Ike. With 4 hits for Vermillion. 2 runs. That pitch is outside. 2-2. That is in for called strike 3. So 1 up, 1 down. It's a first strikeout for Lafers. Brings up the top of the order and Connor Peterson, followed by Mikey Robe. Peterson 1 for 2 today. The single and hit by the pitch. First pitch to Peterson by Lafers is in for a strike. 0-1. Winds and delivers. That ball is grounded past the third baseman. That will be Peterson's second hit of the game. 2 for 3 today for Peterson. On base 3 times. Vermillion's 5th hit. Puts a runner at first. For center fielder Mikey Robe. On deck, catcher Tate Haig. Ball 1, 1-0. On deck, Tate Haig, but Mikey Robe 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice, flew out to center and flew out to right. Man, if he could get one of those fly balls to drop, Peterson's speed would probably score him. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Nope, time is called by Robe. As Lafers took a long time looking over at first. Lafers comes home. Ball 2, 2-0. So you get Peterson and Robe on. You've got some speedsters for Haig and Hansen and Moskowitz. So 2-0 pitch coming up from Lafers. Looks in. Comes set. Throws over to first. Not in time. Count remains 2-0. This is one of just many one-run games or tie close games that Vermillion has been in the last 2 innings. That pitch is high. 3-0 on Mikey Robe. So Lafers taking his time, steps onto the rubber, looks in, gets the sign, comes home. That's in for a strike. 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top half of the 7th inning. Tie game, 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Full count on Mikey Robe. So payoff pitch coming up for Lafers. Connor Peterson at first. Robe has made contact on every previous at bat. He'd love to make some contact here. Fouled back. Count remains 3-2. Lafers with a 3-2 pitch. Coming in. That is high. Ball 4. So Mikey Robe is now aboard at first base via a base on balls. Peterson moves to second. So now runners at first and second. They are going to call time. We will take a brief timeout as well. This is on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Vermillion Post 1 Baseball. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, it's Vermillion 2, Lennox 2. I'm Michael Schumacher. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
And welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank here in the top half of the 7th inning, tied at 2 with Lennox. Vermillion has 2 runners on with 1 down. Now batting Tate Haig, who is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to the pitcher. Looking to do some damage here, though, against Emery Lafers. Lafers, the left-hander, comes home. Ball 1, 1-0. Peterson was on with a single, and then Mikey Robe walked to get runners at first and second. Count is 1-0 to Haig. On deck, second baseman Trey Hansen. Pitch is lifted high down the first baseline. Will that stay in play? It does, but it cannot be caught, so moves the count to 1-1. So again, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch. That is popped up. Will that be caught by the first baseman? Yes. Popped out to the first baseman for the second out of the inning. Runners cannot advance. So with 2 on and 2 out, that brings up second baseman number 2, Trey Hansen. Trey has grounded out to short, reached on an error, and struck out. On deck is pitcher Jack Moskowitz. Boy, you know Jack would love to get the chance to help himself out here. Swing and a tip. 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's out of the zone. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 out, 2 on for Lafers. Trey Hansen at bat. Lafers winds and delivers. That's out of the zone. 2-1. Again, we will be in Vermillion on Wednesday as they take on Dakota Valley. We'll be in Colton on Friday as they take on Colton Baltic. We'll be back in Vermillion for Vermillion against T, and we'll be back in Vermillion on Monday for Vermillion against West Central. That is high. 3-1. Then I think it's again Wednesday for Vermillion versus Scotland Menno. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here in the top half of the 7th, Vermillion with a threatening. 2 runners on, but they have 2 outs. Trey Hansen at the bat. 3-1 count. Runners go. Swing and a foul to make the count full. 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Do it again. Full count. Payoff pitch coming up for Lafers against Hansen. Trey settles in. Lafers winds and delivers. Fouled back, out of play. We'll do it all again. So 3-2. Lafers looks in, gets the sign, comes set, delivers. Boy, chopped foul again by Hansen. Count remains 3-2. So payoff pitch coming yet again. Lafers looks in, gets the sign from Reichel, comes set and comes home. Ball's laced right down to third base, caught on a nice play at third base. Third baseman Sawyer Bowers has had a couple of tough plays today, but boy, nice one there. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on. At the end of 6.5, it's Vermillion 2, Lennox 2. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 7th after this on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just 1 tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball. I'm Michael Schumacher as we head into the bottom half of the 7th. Changes. Connor Peterson moves from short, is now pitching. Moskowitz is now at first. There's a pitch laced down the left field line. That will be foul. 0-1. Moskowitz now moves to first. Connor Rohrig moves out to left. Hayden Christofferson moves from left to second. And Trey Hansen moves from second to short. So now batting for Lennox is number 21, first baseman Cole Spieler. That's ball 1, 1-1. Pitch is lifted high into shallow, nope, not even shallow outfield. Trey Hansen camps underneath for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down. Here in the bottom half of the 7th, we go to extra if they can't score. Brings up now pitcher Emery Lafers, who is 0 for 2 today. Ground ball down the third baseline, 0-1. Ball one, 1-1. Now they have 1 and 2, but okay. Pretty sure, well, we'll see. That pitch is lifted into center field. Robe coming in and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down. That brings up third baseman Sawyer Bowers, who made a nice play to end the last inning. Ball one, 1-0. On deck is center fielder Ashton Bach. All right, ball two, 2-1. That pitch is lifted high down the left field line. That will be foul, but will anybody get to it? Oh, they are unable to get to it, so that will fall for strike 2, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom half of the 7th. If Lennox can't get anything across, we will have extra innings, bonus baseball. That pitch is low, full count, 3-2. That is low. So Bowers reaches via base on balls. So with a runner at first, brings up number 6, center fielder Ashton Bach. On deck is catcher Mason Reichel. Pitch is high, 1-0. Peterson comes set, comes home, grounded, and nope, that is looped over to third base. Fielded there by Carter Hansen. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. We've got bonus baseball coming up. The 8th inning coming up after this, we are tied at 2 between Vermillion and Lennox. We'll be back with more on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, as we head into bonus baseball, inning number 8 between Vermillion and Lennox, as they are tied at 2. Emery Lafers comes out for his second inning of work. Batting for Vermillion in this inning will be Jack Moskowitz, Carter Hansen, and Connor Rohrig. Hansen, Moskowitz, and Rohrig looking to get Vermillion that lead. Put the pressure on Lennox. Game is just under 2 hours old. 1 hour, 56 minutes. Lafers, the left-hander, winds and delivers. First pitch is outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Moskowitz. Moskowitz is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a single. Here's the delivery from Lafers. That is fouled off, 1-1. So here's the delivery from Lafers. Boy, that is in for a ball. 2-1. That is ball 3, 3-1. Hey, Moskowitz will take a walk. A base runner at any point is a good thing. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Lafers pitching to Moskowitz. On deck, Carter Hansen, followed by Connor Rohrig. Wind and deliver, and that will bounce to Moskowitz, and he will be aboard with a base on ball. So the go-ahead run is now on first with nobody down here in the top half of the 8th inning. As time is called, the umpire comes in. The pitcher needs to tie his shoe. Moskowitz took off his shin guard. A lot of equipment changes here. So Carter Hansen is up. Hansen 1 for 3. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to 2nd in the 5th, and singled in the 6th. He would love to get a hit here. Hansen's game has really improved as the season has gone on. So Lafers, the left-handed pitcher, delivers. That bounces in. 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Moskowitz on first with nobody down here in the top half of the 8th. Again, we are tied at 2. So you are getting bonus baseball, baby. All right, Lafers looks in. He is a very deliberate pitcher. Comes set. Comes home. That was low. 2-0. Hey, Vermillion will take 2 walks to get runners aboard. So again, Hansen settles in. Moskowitz, man, he's only off by a step or 2 off the base. He's not threatening to run at all. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hansen. He squares to bunt down the first baseline, and that will be fouled. 2-1. If he'd been able to straighten it out just a little, that would have been a really nice bunt. That probably would have gotten Moskowitz to 2nd. Hansen might have even beaten it out for a hit. So now the count is 2-1. Lafers looks in. Moskowitz again, 1 step off of first. Lafers comes set. Comes home. Hansen now bunts it down the first baseline, and that will be foul again. Evens the count at 2-2. So that really, for all intents and purposes, takes out the chance at the bunt. I mean, you could risk it, but if you bunted foul again, you're out. So you don't tend to see it with 2 strikes just because it's not the easiest thing to do anymore. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on first with nobody down here in the top half of the 8th inning. Lafers again looks in, comes set, comes home. That pitch is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Again, this is Lafers' second inning of work. Connor Ike worked the first 6 innings for Lennox. Now, I'm not sure. I haven't seen a pitch count on Jack. That ball is grounded down the third baseline. Fielded at third. Over to second to 1. Over to first. And he is safe at first. Just beats the relay throw. So Carter Hansen is safe at first on a fielder's choice. Moskowitz was out as the lead runner. So now with 1 down and a runner on first, that brings up now left fielder Connor Rohrig. As I forgot, Moskowitz is now at first base. I forgot to write all that stuff in. My goodness gracious. So Connor Rohrig, the left fielder, comes up. He is 0 for 2 on base once with hit by a pitch. That is out of the zone at 1-0. There's a throw down to second, and Hansen is safe. So a nice stolen base for Hansen. So now runner at second. Count is 1-1 with 1 down, but runner in scoring position. That pitch is in for a strike. 1-2. You'd love to make contact here. If Hansen will be probably running with contact, gets him at least to third. And if it gets through, maybe gets a score. Again, 2-2 here in the top half of the 8th. We are in bonus innings. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the second out of the inning. That brings up right fielder Carson Preister. Preister grounded out to third in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 5th, and struck out in the 6th. He'd love to make some contact here, get it to the outfield. I'm pretty sure he's the one that we saw hit a home run a while back. But he'd love to get a hold of something here. Pitch is lifted high, fouled on the first baseline, out of play, 0-1. On deck, second baseman, Hayden Christofferson. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Low, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on and 2 down here in the top half of the 8th inning for Vermillion. That pitch is lifted out into shallow left field, and that will, drops! It drops! Carter Hansen will score on the single, or will they rule it an error? I think it's a good hit. 6th hit of the game, 3rd run of the game for Vermillion. Now a runner at first with 2 down. Vermillion leads by a score of 3-2 as Carter Hansen comes around to score on the RBI by Carson Preister. Brings up second baseman Hayden Christofferson. Christofferson walked in the 3rd, doubled in the 5th, and struck out in the 7th. That pitch is a ball, 1-0. On deck, Connor Peterson. So Vermillion has now taken the lead. So in order to continue, Lennox will need to score in the bottom half of this inning, but Vermillion would love to get another run across, but 2 down. Runner on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is laced down the left field line, fair. And that will be fielded by the left fielder, so base to base. So runners at first and second now on the single by Hayden Christofferson. 2 hits and a walk might be your player of the game right there. So again, runners now at first and second, 2 down for the top of the order, and now pitcher Connor Peterson. That pitch is low, 1-0. Again on deck, center fielder Mikey Robe. Peterson opened the game with a single. He's been hit by a pitch, singled in the 7th, and struck out in the 3rd. So 2 for 3, been on base 3 times. That is high, 2-0. As the pitcher, now of record for Vermillion, Peterson would love to help himself out here. So again, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Peterson, pitch from Lafers. Boy, that is out of the zone as well, 3-0. So a walk here loads the bases for Robe. And that is ball 4. So a base on balls will put runners at first, second, and third with 2 down. Here in the top half of the 8th, Vermillion has scored a run, taking a 3-2 lead. They are going to call timeout as they have a meeting on the mound. So we'll be back after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, Vermillion leads 3-2. Lafers will stay in. Batting now for Vermillion center fielder Mikey Robe with the bases loaded. And 2 down. On deck, catcher Tate Haig. We'll see what Lafers has. He's given up 2 singles and then a walk. That's in for a strike. 0-1. Robe reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, flew out to center in the 3rd, flew out to right in the 5th, and walked in the 7th. That is low, 1-1. One pitch, grounded up the middle. Fielded to second, over to first, just in time, about a step and a half to get Robe. That slow roller, though, took forever on that 4-3 putout. But in the inning, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on at the end of 7.5. It's Vermillion 3, Lennox 2. We'll be back for the conclusion, the bottom half of the 8th inning. After these messages on Vermillion streaming, this is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Never seems so good. Sweet Caroline going through the PA system as we come up to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Connor Peterson in for his second inning of work. He'll be facing for Lennox Mason Reichel. And then the top of the order in Ethan Larson and Jackson Bittner. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. Lennox needs to score a run to keep this game going. They need to score 2 to win. Vermillion scoring that run in the top half of the 8th. Puts the pressure on. That pitch is lifted out into center field. Robe heading back, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. That speed out there by Robe is such an asset. So fly out to center field for 1 down, 2 outs to go for Lennox. Ethan Larson comes up. He has struck out twice and then singled. He is 1 for 3 on the night. So now with 1 down, he'll be at bat. On deck, right fielder Jackson Bittner. And the first pitch to Larson is high, 1-0. That pitch is laced into center field, and that will drop for a hit. That will be a single. 5th hit of the game for Lennox. That is Ethan Larson's second hit. So now with a runner on first, that brings up Bittner. He is popped out to short, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. On deck, Dane Moeller. First pitch is actually throw over to first, not in time. There's a throw down to second, not in time. That is a stolen base, so now a runner in scoring position. And that pitch was ruled a ball, 1-0. Ball 2, 2-0. That is low, 3-0. Well, the one thing is if you do walk him, it puts forces at third, second, and first for double plays and for single outs. As Dane Moeller will be batting after this. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That is in for a strike, 3-1. That pitch is lifted high into shallow left field. Hansen goes out to field it. The runner will not be able to advance. That is the perfect play for Vermillion. So now 2 down and 2 runner on second. The runner was not able to advance. Brings up second baseman Dane Moeller, who has grounded out to third, singled, and struck out 1 for 3 on the night. On deck is extra hitter Talon Ike. First pitch to Moeller is high, 1-0. That ball is fouled back, 1-1. Lennox down to 2 strikes. And again, in a couple of weeks, these two could be facing each other. Lennox has to get by T first, and then Vermillion awaits in the regional tournament, 3B. Here's the pitch. Grounded into left field. Will that score a run? Rorick comes up throwing. Relay throw will not be in time, and that is now a tie game on the single by Dane Moeller. So now we're tied again, 3-3, and that'll bring up extra hitter Talon Ike. There's a throw to first, not in time. On deck, shortstop Jackson Anneker. That's a strike, and that will be a stolen base for Dane Moeller. So the count is 0-1 on Talon Ike. Runner on second. A hit to the outfield probably ends this game. Here's the pitch from Peterson. That is outside, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second, 2 down. Score is tied at 3-3 here in the bottom half of the 8th. Ball 2, 2-1. That is ball 3. 3-1. And that is ball 4. Runners now at first and second. As that will bring up shortstop Jackson Anneker. Anneker is popped out to short, was hit by a pitch, and struck out. So we'll see if he can get his first hit of the game here if you're Lennox. Vermillion looking to get the third out of the inning. That ball is grounded down the first baseline, fielded there by Moskowitz, and he will take care of it himself. But in the inning, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on. At the end of 8, it's Vermillion 3, Lennox 3. We'll be back with the 9th inning after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion 3, Lennox 3. That's why we are in our second inning of bonus baseball. They each scored a run in the 8th. First pitch, first batter for Vermillion is Tate Haig here in the top of the 9th. Swung on and missed. Strike 1, 0-1. That ball was fouled off, 0-2. And that is out of the zone, 1-2. So again, batting this inning, Tate Haig, Trey Hansen, and Jack Moskowitz. Leifer's in his third inning of relief, winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That is the first strikeout of the inning. First out of the inning. That is Lafer's third strikeout overall. So that brings up Trey Hansen. Hansen on the night has grounded out to short, reached on an error, struck out, and flown out to third. Here's the first pitch. That's in for a strike, 0-1. Again, we'll be back in action on Wednesday as Vermillion hosts Dakota Valley. Here's the pitch. That is out of the zone, 1-1. We'll then also be in action on Friday as they are in Colton Baltic, and then we'll be in action on Sunday as they host T, and Monday as they host West Central, and then Wednesday as they host maybe Scotland Minnow. Swing and a miss, strike two, 1-2. But if they play, we're broadcasting, just so you're aware. So if you haven't liked and followed and subscribed to Vermillion Streaming, go ahead and do that. We'll notify you when we're going live. Otherwise, follow our Facebook page on ESPN Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded right up the middle. That will be a single for Trey Hansen. So Hansen's first hit of the night brings up first baseman Jack Moskowitz. On deck, third baseman Carter Hansen. Lafer's first pitch to Moskowitz is lifted high down the right field line, and that will be just a foul. 0-1. So 0-1 is the count to Jack Moskowitz. Jack has struck out twice, singled, and walked. So 1 for 3. And has reached base twice. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, moves the count to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 on and 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning. Entering our second inning of bonus baseball. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics. And here comes the pitch from Lafer's to Moskowitz, fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Jack is a regular little Luis Arias right now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit high, 1-2. Hansen still at first. No sense in running yourself out of an inning. So Lafers looks in. Moskowitz digs in. Winds and delivers. Grounded over to third. He is unable to make the play. Here's the throw over to first, and that will just be in time. Hansen will be safe at second, technically making that a sacrifice. So Hansen moves to second into scoring position now with 2 down here in the top half of the 9th inning. A hit to the outfield means that Vermillion should score a run. And that brings up third baseman Carter Hansen. Carter struck out in the second, grounded out to second in the 5th, singled in the 6th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 8th. Here's the first pitch to Carter. That is grounded over to third, fielded cleanly. Here's a throw over to first, and that will just be in time to get Carter Hansen. So a 5-3 putout. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. At the end of 8.5, it's Vermillion 3, Lennox 3. We'll be back with the Lennox half of the 9th after this on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. This is Vermillion Post 1 Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, and the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard shows 3-3.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beersford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, Access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, as John Anderson's Swing-An, Just a Swing-An, is playing. That was a song growing up that my mom hated, so my dad tried to play it as much as possible. So my mom was not a huge John Anderson fan. First pitch to Cole Spieler is hit into center field, and that will be the first out of the inning. So fly out to center field to start things off. One up, one down. That brings up pitcher Emery Lafers. Lafers has grounded back to the pitcher, struck out, and flown out to center. First pitch is grounded, chopped in front of the plate, fielded by Haig over to Moskowitz at first. So a 2-3 put up, quickly 2 up, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the ninth, Vermillion and Lennox tied at 3 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Of course, if Lennox doesn't score here, we go to the 10th. That brings up third baseman Sawyer Bowers. Pitch is lifted high into left field. It'll be foul, but Rohrig goes over and is unable to make the play. So 0-1. Out on Sawyer Bowers. On deck, center fielder Ashton Bach. So no balls and 1 strike. Peterson's pitch swung on and missed. 0-2. Peterson with his best inning of work so far. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom half of the ninth. Here's the pitch. That is out of the zone, 1-2. Ball 2, 2-2. Swung on and missed. Does hit the ground, so he runs down to first, but that is a strikeout. Throw him out. Third out of the inning. After 9, we are tied at 3 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll be back with the 10th inning after these messages from Vermillion Sportscasters.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Pied Piper, the sign says it all. Flowers and gifts. The store is bustling with something new all the time. There are flowers for any occasion, weddings, anniversary, birthday, or just to say I love you. There's coffee, soups, dips, and sweets. Need to give someone a chuckle? The socks say it all. Home decor, candles, jewelry, memorial items are all found at your gift store of Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. You can also shop online, and best of all, we deliver too.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube. On the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, it's Vermillion 3, Lennox 3, as we head into the 10th inning, our 3rd inning of bonus baseball. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, as we are bringing you baseball from Lennox, South Dakota. Batting this inning, facing Emory Lafers, will be Connor Rohrig, Carson Preister, and Hayden Christofferson. At least that's who's scheduled. We'll see if that's who comes up. It looks like we're at least starting off with Connor Rohrig. So Connor Rohrig comes up to face Emory Lafers, who came on in the 7th inning. Winds and delivers. First pitch is in the dirt, 1-0. Rohrig has grounded out to third, reached on an error, struck out, and singled. He is 1 for 4. So 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Lafers to Rohrig. That is in the dirt. 2-1. So it might be a matter of who the third pitcher either of these teams has. Because both Peterson and Lafers have pitched quite a bit. So here's the 2-1 delivery from Lafers to Rohrig, the leadoff batter for this 10th inning. Ball 3, 3-1. So here's the 3-1 pitch from Lafers. That's grounded up the middle to second, and that is through the sticky wickets. And that will be an error on the second baseman, and Rohrig will be aboard, and that would just be through the wickets, not through the sticky wickets. If there were sticky wickets, there'd be no wicket throughs. So, now with a runner on first and nobody down, that brings up Carson Preister. Preister grounded out to third. He singled his last time up. Because actually, he is 1 for 4. I was reading his instead of Rohrig's. I apologize. And that ball is bunted in front. Fielded by the pitcher. Throw over to first in time, but Rohrig is down to second. So a sacrifice by Preister gets the runner over to second into scoring position with 1 down here in the top half of the 10th inning. Brings up second baseman Hayden Christofferson. He is 2 for 3 with a double and a single and a strikeout and a walk. Yes, my use of sticky wickets was incorrect. All right, so Lafers looks in. Preister sets up. He'd love to get another hit here with Rohrig on second. Good speed from Connor. Pitch is fouled back, 0-1. That pitch is high. 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Peterson on deck as Carson Preister looks to get his third hit of the game, Tested Preister. Hayden Christofferson. He's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and a walk. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Lafers comes home. Swing and a miss. Big swing by Christofferson. Strike 2, 1-2. And that is ball 2, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second, 1 down. And that is called strike 3 for out number 2. So now with a runner at second and 2 down, that brings up pitcher Connor Peterson. On deck, center fielder Mikey Robe. Pitch is lifted high into shallow right field, and that will be caught for the 3rd out of the inning. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on. At the end of 9.5 on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard, it's Vermillion 3, Lennox 3. We'll be back with more Vermillion Post 1 baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion streaming on YouTube after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First pitch to Ashton Bach is swung on and missed for strike 1. We are in the bottom half of the 10th with Vermillion and Lennox tied at 3. That is low and outside, 1-1. So if Lennox scores, the game is over. If they don't, we go to 11. Ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3, 3-1. That's a strike. 3-1, 3-2. So full count on Ashton Bach. On deck, Mason Reichel. And then the top of the order, and Ethan Larson. That is ball 4. So, nobody out. Runner on first. For extra hitter. Or for catcher, Mason Reichel. Reichel has a single, a strikeout, and a fly to center. That's in for a strike. 0-1. Throw down to first. Not in time. Ball 1. 1-1. There's a throw to first, and it gets away from Moskowitz, and the runner will advance to second. So now the count is 0-2 to Reichel, but the runner is at second. Ball one, 1-2. So runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the 10th inning with Lennox at bat. Connor Peterson pitching to Mason Reichel. So 2 balls and 1 strike. I thought so, but wasn't quite sure. That one is grounded right back to the pitcher, fielded there by Peterson. Over to first for the first out of the inning, but the runner does advance to third on the sacrifice by Reichel. So now with 1 down, a runner on in scoring position, 90 feet away, brings up left fielder Ethan Larson. On deck, right fielder Jackson Bittner. So Peterson has to be careful. A wild pitch or a passed ball by Haig. Just a lot of things. And that's grounded right back up the middle, and that will do it. That is the game-winning RBI single by Ethan Larson. And Vermillion will fall to Lennox 4-3 in 10 innings. In that 10th inning, it was 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. And so Vermillion falls to Lennox by a score of 4-3. We'll be back with our final box score after this with our post-game show. This is Vermillion Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Lennox, South Dakota, where Vermillion falls to Lennox in 10 innings by a score of 4-3. Vermillion scores 3 runs on 8 hits. They have 1 error. Lennox scores, and I didn't even put it on there, 4 runs on 7 hits. No, it's more than that. 4 runs on 8 hits. Sorry. I was getting too caught up in things there. 4 runs on 8 hits with 5 errors. Vermillion just unable to take care of some of that. So Vermillion back in action against Dakota Valley at Prentice Park on Wednesday. We will be there to bring you that action as well. Again, Vermillion, just a good game, just unable to put enough together. Kind of been the story of the season so far. So if you're somebody playing Vermillion, don't take them lightly. Don't look at their record and say, oh yeah, we've got this. They're a team that fights until the end, and pretty soon the ball is going to bounce their way. Something is going to go right for them, and they are going to just come through much you can. I kind of think they're a lot like Menno last year in the South Central League. Just finally put things together at the right time. So, again, I'm going to call it a night. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to those who watched. Thank you to everyone at Lennox for being so great, allowing me to park myself here in the press box, making sure I had stats for their team. Coach Tom Heisinger making sure I had stats for their team. I just love the community that sports brings out. And again, I will be at Prentice Park on Wednesday. We are your home for all Vermillion Athletics. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of Vermillion Athletics, telling you have a great night. And we will talk to you tomorrow. I'll be on At the Mic tomorrow. I have some great interviews coming up this week. And I hope you'll be able to join me for some of those. So at the mic, 7 to 9. Otherwise, join me on Classic Hits 106.3 from 1 until 3 every day. And again, if you just can't get enough of me, I'll be broadcasting multiple times this week on Vermillion Streaming. All right, you guys have a great night. Again, from Lennox, Vermillion Falls, 4 to 3. Love it, and we will talk to you tomorrow.